I'm working at the European headquarters of a multinational company. And so really there are people from all over Europe in the office. And so my job involves doing a lot of coordinating across the various markets in Europe. So one thing that's drastically different than my work in the US is just being there and having to, work across multiple languages and cultures and time zones. And so that's always interesting. Even the language is a barrier. Sometimes, even though the working language is English, not everyone speaks English very well. So making sure that everyone understands the issue and is able to communicate with their feelings. I worked there for a year, and I basically expressed interest in going abroad from the day I got there, because I knew that they were a growing company and were getting more engagements in Europe and Asia. Mm-hmm. So I made my voice heard. I think they were just waiting for me to develop some core skills, and then they let me go. So.
Did they send a lot of associates and of their employees across?
Yeah, more and more now. I was among the first batch. Actually, myself and another Georgetown student who graduated in my year were sent abroad first, and it seems to be working. And so they're doing more and more. Instead of hiring locally, they're finding it beneficial to send people from the U.S. After I graduated from high school, I deferred my acceptance to Georgetown for a year, and I went to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, and I was asking around there for different internships, and through a friend of a friend found out about an opportunity at the Economic Commission for Africa, which is a UN organization in Ethiopia. And there I was creating daily news reports for the General Secretary. So he doesn't have enough time to read the news on his own. So he has people go through, he has different topics that he likes to know about. And then he goes through and asks you to pick maybe 5 or 6 stories on that topic from a variety of newspapers. And then just create a booklet on that. So that was my main, deliverable every day. And then also I got involved in helping out with, if the Prime Minister of Canada was coming to speak, help out organize, that event. And just kind of got involved in other odds and ends. And it was really, of course, interesting experience. And there's the awe factor of being in the United Nations, having the badge and all of that. But what I did find out is for my personality, I really wanted to work more with smaller organizations and kind of have a more hands-on impact. The United Nations is just so huge that you kind of lose where you are or what you're doing. And so, like any bureaucracy, it takes a long time to get things done. So for my personality, I really learned that I wanted to work with a smaller organization. And even now, I'm working with a small company versus a large, a couple thousand people company. I'm working for a company that has just 50 or 60 consultants. So.